In a world overwhelmed by division, burnout, and a mounting sense of helplessness, many Jews are searching for something more, something deeper, a pursuit not just for tradition, but for transformation, a Judaism of inner and outer peace. Today, Jews young and old alike are taking the lead, applying spiritual practices grounded in mindfulness to rise and meet an increasingly turbulent world with courage and clarity.
I think now is a particularly important time for Jews to be able to be more mindful, more grounded, less reactive. Anti-Semitism has surged around the world. That comes on top of so much trauma that we carry in ourselves. So if we can create more time between stimulus and response, if we can choose a wiser response, that helps us to ground ourselves more and make better choices in the ways we show up for ourselves, for our families, and on social media and in the world.
The collective heart of the Jewish people, which is of course a vast people, is very broken right now and has been for the last couple of years. And we feel it in so many different ways. Anti-Semitism, violence, I think very much impacts just how people feel in their bodies and their hearts and their minds on a day-to-day basis. I think every Jewish person alive can acknowledge that the Jewish people for thousands of years have been through a lot. And it's been really beautiful to create together a feeling of a wide open tent, very welcoming of people, whatever they're holding, whatever they're feeling in their hearts, to be here and to be together and to honor that all of our feelings are important and matter, and we can come together on this ground of mindfulness practice. I have come to a place personally in my own life of really never speaking about ancestral trauma without also speaking about ancestral resilience. It is so miraculous and incredible to me that this tradition and this people has been here for so long. There's something there that must be so deeply life-giving.
When we can slow down enough to really get in touch with what's going on internally, and if I can pause and take a breath, it allows me to say, hold on a second, what's the larger picture? Everybody's fighting a battle that we know nothing about, right? And so let's show a little more grace, a little more acceptance, and hopefully a little more compassion into the world. The Institute for Jewish Spirituality got started in the late 1990s, and it was really a response to the phenomenon of tens of thousands of Jews who had grown up in Jewish communities, in Jewish homes in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, who didn't find what they were looking for spiritually. Our founders were looking at that and saying, what a missed opportunity. What is that telling us in the Jewish community about what we're failing to provide these people, especially because we have these riches within our own tradition? So that led to a whole movement now of how we can integrate mindfulness practices like meditation, yoga, chanting, and really soulful prayer into Jewish life. We're now working with tens of thousands of people directly online through our retreats. And what's most exciting to me now is that the boomer generation that really founded this organization is making way for their children and grandchildren and these younger adults who are now taking this up and finding connection to a Judaism that they can really believe in, that really helps them to live more mindfully, with more purpose, with more connection, and is a Judaism that they can really thrive in.
I'm so profoundly grateful for the Institute for Jewish Spirituality, or IJS, for curating this magical, profound, invigorating experience for young adults.
I've had a meditation practice on and off for a little while, and this was like really a gift and really helped me understand how meditation is actually connected to the rest of what's going on in my life. So it's a great capstone and transition moment, in other ways, just a starting point.
For people in their 20s and 30s-ish that are feeling disconnected from Judaism, I just want to extend so much compassion for all of the reasons that can happen. And I just wish for them to find even small ways to reconnect with that heritage and find resource in it, find meaning in it, find joy in it, and to help them live more full, loving lives.
We were a very retreat-based organization right up until March 2020. And then, like everybody else, we had to pivot. All of a sudden, everybody was at home and they were looking for what we had. And so everybody in the mindfulness business really boomed during the pandemic, and we were able to help a lot of people. So all of a sudden, overnight, we grew enormously in our digital presence by being able to offer online courses, by being able to offer Zoom meetups, by starting podcasts, so many different ways that we are now serving people, thousands of people every year who are participating in that.
We're planting seeds in people's hearts and people's minds, and through their own experience of the kind of transformation that's possible, that inspiration kind of naturally spreads.
Judaism, properly understood, is a mindfulness practice. This is this incredible 3,000-year-old tradition that has so much wisdom about how we can respond more mindfully in life, how we can live with greater purpose and awareness and intention and interconnection, how we can show up better for our families and for our coworkers and for our neighbors and for our community and our country.
The Institute for Jewish Spirituality, grounded in mindfulness, guided by wisdom. Get to know us. To learn more, visit jewishspirituality.org.